Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is for you. I'm Cyclo, this is Let's Play Train Simulator, and I finally decided it's time to get back to these classic routes. We're going to do a little bit of East Coast mainline action today. So this is the route that in your folders, if you look in the folders in the routes area under content, you'll find this is folder 0000003. This is one of the original 3 routes that came with Railworks way back in the day when it was Railworks and Railworks 2 and so on and so forth. So this is one of the original routes. It is still, of course, running in the main game. I mean, it wouldn't be here if it wasn't. So what this route is a rendition of the East Coast Main Line from Newcastle to York. And I think it was modeled back in the 70s or 80s era. So you're going to see things like the Class 47 here, which we have a Class 47 in BR Blue. You're going to see, well, the 101 is some other scenarios that are around. I think that's a 101 pack that I have. And you're also going to see the Class 55, the Deltic. You're also going to see the high-speed train. This is the only other route, besides the fictional routes, this is the only other route, real-life route that is, where this model of the Class 43 HST is located. After I go through these, I will probably install the Armstrong Powerhouse enhancements, because at that point I'm going to want to look into enhancing them. But I may also take the opportunity to go through Headborough North or possibly even Seaburg Bond, because I think it's on there as well. Not going to check that right now, but it could be on there as well. But I'm pretty sure it's on Headborough North as well, and I do want to kind of take a look at that fictional route and get those scenarios looked at as well. So I may play those as well. I may just backlog those videos for future consideration and just go ahead and install the route after I backlog those. So that's something I'll think about as time goes on. But I want to start right now with the Class 47 because there's more of those scenarios here. That's simply the reason why I want to start with the Class 47. There's more of them. There are 4 scenarios with the Class 47. There are, and we're talking about the ones included with the route. The 101 is not included with the route. So 4 of these include with the route. There's 3 of the Class 55 scenarios. Deltic Diversion is one of them. There's also a career scenario located on the career tab for that train as well. I don't mind this 170, and this is something from a freeware pack on UK Train Sim, so don't worry about that. There are, and I think this is something else from pack. So they're not included either, but the high-speed train also has 2 scenarios. The Need for Speed and Evening Express are 2 of those scenarios. I don't know what's going on with these scenarios that don't have a train on them. I need to look up these scenarios again. Works on the Line, the MK1 Race Special, the Grander Central, and It's Snow Good. I have to look up in the information on the route because I did not expect to see those here. I have to look up and see what those are. I may have an answer for you next time. I may fix them before I do another video or after a couple goes here. So I may fix those at some point, but for right now I have no idea what those are. I'll hope to give you that information later, but it looks like it's something related to the HST, because I see HSTB here, and I didn't think I had scenarios installed for stock that I don't own, so I'm going to check into that and get back to you. But we do want to start with the Class 47. The 4 for the Class 47 are Big Trouble in Tyne Yard, Coles to Newcastle, which is the one I'm probably going to start with. And then further down we have Long Hop, which is 120 minutes. Obviously, I don't know if it's actually going to be that long, but it's going to be a long one. And finally, Spoon to Middlesbrough. So those are the 4 scenarios for the Class 47. I'm going to go ahead. Actually, I could probably get a better view of this and show you all of them together, but I'll go ahead and I'll just keep it like this for now. I'll change it for the next one. We're going to start with Coles for Newcastle. That's going to be our first scenario on East Coast Mainline, original 0003 version. There is another version, East Coast Mainline Modern, which we will get to at a later time. It has its own set of 10 scenarios and some additional trains that come with it, like the Class 91. But like I said, we'll do that at a later time. We're going to stay on the classic route today, because there is something I want to bring up on the classic route that I think is really, really neat, really special, and I really want to take a look at that particular item. I'm not going to tell you what it is right now, but I do have something in mind to show you on this route. So let's get started on Coles for Newcastle today. That's going to be our first run in the Class 47. Let's go. It's a trip to the Staithes this morning. They have got a lot of work on at the moment, so aim to make the time slot at 7:50. Good luck. Okay, I guess we're going to make the time slot at 7:50. Where are we going? Well, we're going up there. We have a long way to go here, so let's get ourselves set up here. I'm going to bring the HUD up as we get ourselves moving. Let's get in the cab. Ooh, it's a very, very dark morning here. What is with the... Yes, just very dark in this area this morning. You can see a sunset over there in that direction. But in any case, let's get ourselves moving here. We go a little more speed here. Now it says make the time slot at 7:50. We actually do have a time slot for 7:50. If we don't make that time slot, we fail the scenario. It's a standard scenario, so there's no career. You outright fail. So that's what we're going to be trying to do. We're going to make that 7:50 time slot. You can see we have 22 miles to get there. The next question is, do we have any manual switches we need to worry about? Nope, everything is set for us, which is unrealistic, but everything appears to be set for us to get on our way. So we're going to just settle in and enjoy the ride here. Let's get ourselves up to 25 miles per hour. It's worth noting that because it's a standard scenario, you can speed. There are no penalties for speeding in this type of scenario. But nonetheless, I still want to try to maintain proper speeds along the way, and that will be attempted. So once we have appropriate speeds, we will move along into those speeds. So you can see the old speed limit signs. I'm actually going to go back and show them to you again. If we head back over in this direction here, you can see the old speed limit signs are in use on this rendition of the route. So if we come down here somewhere, I might have missed them by now. There you go. You see the 40 here and the 25 on the other side, which the train is going through. Those are the old style speed signs. They were in use on this version of the route. So they were prevalent back in this day. You can see them over there as well. And I think there's some over on this side of the track as well. But we're going to go ahead and get in the cab. Yeah, I'm not using the Armstrong enhancement sounds on this. I actually was able to pick up these Armstrong sounds before they went off the market. But partly because I want to show you how the game is in vanilla, and partly because some people won't be able to get the sounds now. Anyone new. Yeah, I figured I might as well show them off. Just as they are in their vanilla form. So we're making our way up to 40 miles per hour. I'm coming off of running a route in kilometers, so yeah, 40 miles per hour. Actually, I think I've run two routes in kilometers. I think I ran the Leipzig route and I ran the Glasgow subway route. And they both run in kilometers per hour, so there you go. So we have to respond to that yellow signal. Because it is a yellow signal, we have to basically watch ourselves here. We can't just go up to whatever speed we want to go. We have to consider we are following another train or there's a blockage up ahead. So I'm going to lower my speed just a little bit here. Not too much, just a little bit. There is an 85 coming up, so once we get to the 85, I'm sure we'll be able to go a lot better. The train ahead of us won't be blocking us anymore. But for now, we have to assume we are going 25. Or around 25 because we have to get ready to stop for the signal ahead. So I'm getting down to 25 right now. I'm going to let the brakes off. And we're going to take a peek ahead to find out that we have red signals. So I'm going to put the brakes back on. Actually, wait, that's not my red signal. Never mind. Not my red signal, but we still could have a red, so I'm going to be cautious here. Yeah, we have a red signal. So I'm going to lower my speed a fair bit here as I back up into the cab. I want to get to a speed where I'm still able to move forward slightly and try to play the signal to get a green, but at the same time I have to assume that the signal is going to stay red. So I'm down to under 10 right now. I'm going to keep going at that speed for right now and hope that the signal changes. It was an approach signal. Of course it was. It was an approach signal. Well then. So just for record-keeping purposes, this approach signal is right there. It's an approach signal for the split to route here. So the route that splits to Sherburn, you have an approach signal. You have to slow down to a certain speed by that signal, and then you're able to continue along. And there may be another one of those coming up later on. I don't know where, but I don't see it's gonna. I don't think we're gonna have to be affected by it, whatever other one there is here. So I don't think we're gonna be affected by it anymore. We'll find out. If you're wondering where that is at the top of the route, let's take a quick look again. I'm gonna just center on it. We're going up to the sidings here. That's where the Dunston's Staithes sidings are. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but somewhere up in this area you're going to find York is up here, and I don't believe it's this. This is Newcastle. You're going to find Newcastle up there, and these are the signs for Newcastle. Other end of the route, of course, is York, which is all the way down here. So there's York, and there are... I thought there were stations along the way, but I think it's modeled as a freight route, so yeah, there's a station right there. Darlington is there. But I thought there were more stations than this, so I guess there's only oh, there's another one. So there are a few other stations here along the way, just not many. So we're now going to make our way over to the left track, and then we're going to be able to open it up to 85 miles per hour. Which is going to take us a while to get up to, so yeah, we're not going to expect that. Our ETA for Tyne Yard Gate 1 is in 18 minutes, so there's our nice lovely green signal sound. We're just going to go ahead and cruise along on our green signal at this point and enjoy the drive. That's all we need to do right now. We're going to enjoy the ride. Now, normally I would say I know you hate scenarios in the dark. I know most YouTube viewers hate scenarios in the dark. I certainly don't like scenarios in the dark because you can't really see much. And I play at a lower brightness setting than I do when I watch the TV, when I'm watching videos. So I naturally have a harder time seeing things on my screen, and I see a lot better on the video as you do. When I'm watching it back, I'm like, oh, that's where that is. Oh, there's something over there. I didn't point that out. Well, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't point it out. So I am playing in a lower brightness setting where I'm not seeing very much here. It might actually be a lot brighter for you than it is for me right now. If I go on the top of the train, for example, and turn around here, there's the sunrise. It might be a lot brighter, the sky around it, on the YouTube video than it is for me. You can see, by the way, that I am driving 47063, I believe that is, 47063, and I am somewhere in that cab. Hello. So that's what we're driving today, and there's our other view of the train. And that's where we're going. So the HUD is now zoomed out for us. We can now see 3 signals ahead on our HUD. We have a green signal. Now, I misread the speed earlier. I thought it was 85 miles per hour earlier. It's actually only 65 miles per hour right now. But further ahead, you can see there is an 85 speed board coming up, so we are going to be moving up to 85 miles per hour. We're not affected because we're not yet at the speed anyway, so we're still 13 miles shy of our current speed limit. Not a problem at all. We should take a quick look at the train that we're hauling with us today. So let's get into the front view here, and let's try and back out here a little bit. So that's the view I'm going to take right now. Can I move this way? No, I can't. Let me try and do this. I'm going to try to give you a view this way and see if I can change vehicles this way. So yeah, I can go ahead and change cars this way. These are the kind of cars we're taking today. And we're going to just keep going back. You can see all the different cars. They're all exactly the same. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10, go under the bridge. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, about 16 cars I think we have on our train today. That's what we're dealing with today. We're back at the front of the train now. And back to this view. Now there is a keyboard shortcut where I can do that without changing the HUD like that. But unfortunately those are my recording buttons, so I'm not going to use those. Green signals continue. The other line even has a green signal at this point. So apparently I don't believe there's traffic on both lines. You saw that light over there. You might be wondering what that is. That appears to be some kind of a roadway and some kind of farm area here. There's no tracks down here. So it appears to be someone's residence or a business or something. I'm not 100% sure, but that's down here in case you're wondering what that was. Our ETA is holding at about 7:38 right now, so we haven't really moved from our estimated time of arrival. That's for Tyne Yard Gate 1, I should point out, which is 11, 12 miles away. Closer to 12. At 60 miles per hour, we're actually going to be about a minute early for that timing, so I assume there's some changes in speed limit before then that are going to cause us to lose a little bit of speed. There's another set of buildings or whatever over there. So another business or residence of some form here. Very interesting. And some roadways here. And we're getting a nice view of the train in front of us here. So we're going to zoom back in on that. And there's the train going by. You can get some good video footage just by doing something like this. All I'm doing is holding the mouse straight and pushing up and right. And I'm getting the train as it goes along. Very nice view of the train. You get some good video footage by doing something like that. And there's another set of, looks like, I don't know, it looks like a group of houses. So yeah, those look like residences. So there are all sorts of things like this along the route. Just keep an eye out for things like this. A little eye-dressing eye candy, a little bit of leg. There's something loaded. Now, it's not going to be the best scenery that you've ever seen on a route. I mean, this is the third route that was ever produced for Train Simulator by Dovetail Games, then RailSimulator.com, still known by that as their trading name, but they're now known to us as Dovetail Games. So the scenery will not be the best on these routes because they are original routes. And I know I talked a bit about Castle Rock Railroad being a nice route, but again, it's an old route. So for when it was made, like 2009, 2010, it's a nice route for that time. And I'm going to judge the routes based on when they're created. So when I'm looking at this, I'm saying it's a nice route. It's nice for the area it was made in. There is, again, the updated version. I'm going to judge that one a little harsher because I expect it to have better graphics and better scenery because it was made sometime later. I think 2015, 2016. So I expect that to look a lot better than this one. So for this one, I'm going to be a lot more lenient on this one because of its age. And I love how when you see freeware routes and things like that, and people are like, well, it just uses a bunch of freeware assets. Okay, if the route was made in 2012, then yes, it's going to use a lot of freeware assets. Don't be so harsh judging a route because of that. It's in the workshop. It's in its final form. It was posted in 2013. What do you expect? Do you expect them to change it? They can't change it. They're not allowed to change it. It's in final form. All they can do is post a new version with updated graphics and whatever else, and then it has to get its own final approval in scenarios. Oh, I did not realize I was going into a 65. I did not catch that. We're going to let that... we're just going to go ahead and coast because we're coming to a 125 anyway. So I don't mind so much that. That was me not paying attention. I wasn't paying attention, so I've just gone ahead and cut the speed because I should be slowing down anyway. But by the time I get down to 65, I'm going to be able to go up to 125 anyway. So there's no point doing a jerky brake to get it down. So... we're going to live with the fact that we're speeding. I don't care. I would if it was real life. Tell you what, go away for a while. We'll look at the controls. We're just going to keep an eye on the controls. You can see all the different dials here for the brake pressure and things like that. Speedometer. Brake pressure, I believe, is the second one. You can see those meters go up on each side when you hit the brakes. So basically something like that. Let's turn the HUD back on. We're still speeding, but we're going to get to where we need to be in a moment. The game's probably documenting this as about 65 speeding penalties every time the speeding flag pops up. We're in a 125 now, so I'm just going to go ahead and speed it up again. Here we go. Of course, we're only going to get up to about 85, so who cares? In reality, our train should probably only be going about 70 or 75 at the most. So in reality, that's probably what we should be doing. The only reason I'm going to go as full speed as I can is because I know we have a timetable goal at the end. That's the only reason I'm going to do that. We have a downhill gradient coming along here that we're going to gain maybe slightly more speed on. There's a nice increase. Excellent. And I am aware that there's a bevy of scenarios that exist for this route utilizing things like the Armstrong Powerhouse Class 37. Trust me, I do plan to bring that out. I have those packs, both of them, and I'm going to try to bring out those Class 37s where they fit, where they're appropriate. But like I said, for these official scenarios, I don't want to change these official scenarios. I want to leave these as they are. I will introduce modified versions where I feel it's appropriate to do so. But for the purpose of showing what the game looks like in its original form, I would rather go ahead and show these scenarios as is. But in reality, you could edit these scenarios. You are actually allowed to edit these scenarios. You don't have to clone and replace them. You can edit them. So, if I want to, I could flash a 37 from Armstrong Powerhouse on here. I just don't have it installed right now because, again, my computer had a crash. There's another service going by. My computer had the crash I mentioned a few times in past videos, and I haven't reinstalled anything Armstrong Powerhouse yet. I've been busy trying to download a bunch of stuff that I've lost, trying to find all the stuff I've lost, downloading a lot of workshop stuff because I want to have some workshop collections ready to go for things as well. I actually have 2 users in mind who each have published a lot of routes, and there are scenarios, a number of scenarios for each of those routes, so I really want to get those in here as well. That'll be nice to have in here, and some custom content to show you. I believe this is, I'm not sure if this is Darlington or Durham. Let's take a look. The route for the station here, that was, that was actually Chester. So Chester is the station. We do have no other stations I see on the way here. So let's get that pushed in a hurry. We have a changing line. We have to get down to 55. So I'm going to lower our speed with the brakes this time. Yeah, so after Chester, there appear to be no other stations until we get to Newcastle. But we're not going to Newcastle. We're taking a different route. By the way, when we get down to 55, we're going to have to keep going down to 40. You might be able to see ahead. So we're going to keep that in mind as well. Yes, I know. Be quiet. Next one's going to be very, very quick as well. So it's not going to be very far behind this next one. We've gained some time on this journey. This is good, but granted, I was speeding for a while. That's why we gained some time. Yes. So we have a green signal. Now, normally that could be a green or a yellow. If it was yellow, we could expect the next signal could still possibly be red. And there are times where it has been. But there are times where it has also been green because, you know, the signal can only show yellow in that circumstance. Depends on the scripting of that signal, I guess. So we're going via Tyne Yard Gate 1 in about a mile and a half. We're going to keep going down to 40 at this point. We have green signals again now. Brakes have been removed. I'm now going 40 miles per hour. You may have noticed there was a 25 up ahead as well. We are going to keep that in mind as well as we continue. So there's the old style 40 sign that just passed us. Here's another sign passing saying 25 on the junction. That's what we're taking. I believe that is Tyne Yard Gate because you can see that the net 25 is about 9/10 of a mile ahead. We are 9/10 of a mile from our gate location. So you can see it's right there on that orange mark. So we are going by that 25. We are going to lower our speed a little bit more by that point. I'll do a gradual decrease for right now, so a small brake application. Not as large as it was before, just a gradual one. That'll do for now. I'll put a even smaller application on now. No, that's too much. We're actually losing speed gradually right now on our own without braking anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and let that occur. I may be down to 25 at this point by the time I reach the 25, but if I'm not, I can put a small brake application on for a moment just to make sure we get down there. In fact, looks like I'm going to need to do that. So brakes are on now at 6%. Especially because we're on a downhill now. The pace of drop is excellent, so I'm okay with this. Gonna take the brakes off now. Gonna coast to 26 and see what happens. Nope, gaining speed. Lower it again. There we go. Down to 25, please. There we go. So the line heads off towards York over on the right. We're gonna take the gate. Proceed to your next objective. That's kind of pointless. Dunston Staithes, Gate 1. Now, I don't know if that's how you say Staithes, and I didn't realize that name was going to be there until I started this, so I assume that's how you say it. Correct me if I'm wrong. So you may be asking what we're doing here. Here's where we are. We're just going to follow that track and go through the yard and head over to, all the way over to here. We're going to be taking a turn to get over here as well. That's when we're going to enter the yard. We have to make sure our entry point is correct. And according to this, that's where we're dropping off. And our entry point is incorrect, apparently. Yeah, I need to change that to get over to that siding. That's exactly what I just did. Now, how we're going to get over there from here, I think we do it this way. I'm going to check this more when we actually get up there. I might be... Oh, no, I got the wrong track. I got the wrong track. That's my mistake. So we want to follow, I believe, this track. And we're going to check this when we get up there because it's our job to check this anyway. So we'll check further when we get up there. The more important question is our path okay getting to the section there? And as we come up along this track here, we're going to be coming through this yard. So here we are entering the yard right now. You can see we are set to go through on this line. We are going to find our way out on this line. And as we find our way out, we can continue past the yard. So let's go ahead and take a look at the yard up here as we continue along. I'm going to take this view. Pretty empty. Gotta be honest with you, I expected more in here. Pretty darn empty. Where is everybody? There's nothing here. We could have literally taken any track and it would have been fine, but yeah. There's nothing here. Absolutely nothing here. I get that this was just at the time this route came out, this was the early days of rail simulation in this game. But could you have at least added a few trains in this yard? I mean, maybe the loading wasn't good back then, so they wanted to keep the loading times minimal. That might be why there's nothing here. But nowadays, you'd expect to see about 15 trains in that yard. Okay, maybe 10. I don't know. Might be 15, might be 10. You tell me. You can see another building over there. I'm not sure what that building is either. Again, whoops, wrong button. I'm not sure what this is, but I just saw that, and I'm going to take you over here. There's a train we just passed, and that is some kind of work building. So here's a train that we just passed over here. And it looks like there's separate carriages over on this yard. So they're all sitting over here. That's where they are. I believe that's what they refer to as a signal block, that building. So I guess that's the Dunston signal block, I'm guessing. I'm not sure. Future cyclone here. Yes, I know. It's a signal box. I don't know why I said signal block. We don't even use the term in North America, so that's a UK thing. Anyway, back to the video. They're responsible for the signaling in the yard area. So I'm re-adding a little bit of power on this. Again, we have to arrive by 7:50, so says the boss. Gonna try to hold my speed around this area for a moment longer. Okay, they didn't take it for speeding. I thought they might. But we know we have a yellow signal ahead of some form. Is that a flash? That can't be a flashing yellow. That's not flashing at the right pace. Yeah, it is a yellow, but it's far, far away. Maybe it was a warning of a speed drop somewhere. So the yellow is far away. There's another 25 coming up, so I might just let the train coast at this point. There's not much reason to speed. I have to check my switches anyway. Thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and put a small brake application to get ourselves down, because like I said, I need to check my switches anyway. So I'm going to drop that for a moment. Let's find out where we are. We're back, or rather we're up here at this point. We're continuing into the gate through this entryway. Which way do we want to go? That's how we want to go. Okay, that's exactly where we want to go. We are going to continue past the Y. The triangle thing is called a Y. We're going to make our way into here, and after this we appear to have a blockage of some form. No, we're in the right path. We're going exactly where we need to go. We are going to the right siding. So I only had changed the one switch, and we are good to go. We have to be there in 1.73, rather in, let me try that again. We're going to be there in about 4 minutes. We have to be there in 8 minutes. We're going to be there in about 1.67 miles. That's our current standing. So again, this is the classic East Coast Main Line. I will be, at some point, by the way, before I say that, make sure you follow the channel and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content. I will definitely show you more of this. I am going to get to show you the East Coast Modern at some point by Creative Rail. I'm going to also visit the DPS, the DP Simulation East Coast Mainline South, and the East Coast Mainline Northeast routes as well. East Coast Mainline Northeast, I believe, is a replacement for the Newcastle to the Newcastle York Modern. I believe that's a replacement to that route by Just Trains. So that is something I am going to definitely play some scenarios on, as I do know of some that exist. I wanted to show off that as well. Also worth pointing out, there is a London to Peterborough route as well, which I'm also going to try to take a look at. At some time in the future, I may look at the Chat Moss route and some other East Coast Mainline routes, the Kings Lynn route. So I'm going to look at things like that in the future as well. Am I still going the right way? Let's find out. Yep, I'm coming off here, so I'm still way ahead of myself here. The area I need to go is a lot further ahead. So I was looking for the sign to show up, but it's not going to show up yet. It's still too far away. I have another task to complete to do that. So as you can see, let's look up above. That's where I'm going to end up right now. And the next task is over there. So it's still about, not very far away, but it is over there. It's about half a mile outside of our HUD right now. So when it shows up at about half a mile, that's when we're going to know that we're on the right path. There is the actual checkpoint. So 746 was based on this, not on the siding. So we're going by Dunston States. Yep, Dunston States, Gate 01. Gonna get ourselves back up to 25 because I do kind of want to go the full speed here if I can. You can see the siding is marked up ahead, so I do have the siding correct. All I have to do is pull up and come to a stop. We can go 40 now as well, so I'll take advantage of the speed in order to get up there. Looks like our arrival time is expected to be about 7:48 or 7:48 or 7:49. I'm seeing a little bit more daylight in front of me now, so it looks like the sun is starting to come up a little bit in front of us, not just behind us anymore, which is, again, way back there. And you can see a road underneath. I'm going to get ourselves down to 25 again because I'm going to have to come to a stop soon anyway. So we're going to satisfy the speed limit and get ready to stop. So everything is automated for us up to this point, where you saw that switch telling us we're going to the right. The switch we had to change was a little beyond this, and that's the one that got us into the path for our siding, which also ends up ahead. Well done, driver. We are approaching Dunston States, and we have made our time slot. Stop close to the end of siding 2 and uncouple your wagons. Roger. So brakes have been removed, as you can see. You can also see a very complex track setup here, so you can actually go in any direction here onto any of these tracks. I think we're going straight ahead. No, we're going straight ahead. So we had 2 chances to go to the other siding, to the siding on the right, on left. I don't know why we need 2 chances to do that, but we had 2 chances. We're going to take this one instead. So I'm going to lower my speed just a little bit now. I might need to lower it more than a little bit. If we look at the map ahead, looking further up, you can see that our siding does not end, but we are indeed going to be stopped here anyway, because the junction is not set for us. If I change this, the junction is still not set for us. I need to stop. Why am I not stopping? I don't know why I just suddenly zoomed forward there. I'm going to back it up because I want to get it properly into the siding. I'm not sure why my junction actually ends up here. That's kind of weird. So we're going to go ahead and back it up a little bit right now. Because we're going to be prim and proper. So taking another quick look at the map, yeah, the siding does not, yeah, it actually does end up here. That's the end of the siding. I didn't know that. So I'm going to put it back into forward. I'm going to reset the view to go forward. Once the view is reset, we're going to go ahead and call this. Actually, I can't. I need to stop anyway. So, oh, no, I can because it's not a stop marker. So we're going to go ahead and reset the view. There we go. So it's almost as if nothing ever went wrong, right? We're done here. Let's unhook everything. 351001 is the first thing we want to drop off. So we're going to head up here and do just that. Everything is out. Well done. You've arrived at Dunston States. The coal has been loaded onto the waiting cargo vessel, and the customers are happy with our efforts. Excellent. So that's the end of the scenario. But again, like, subscribe, and you can also join my Discord server. Link in the description. And other than that, I will see you next time. I'm going to probably do another trip to Middlesbrough next time, I believe. I think that's what I want to do next. So I'm going to do that next time. See you for that. I'm Cyclone. Have a wonderful day, evening, or night, whatever it is for your part of the world. I will see you next time for more Let's Play Train Simulator. Bye-bye.